Hi guys, this is Sajna Binil and welcome to the Super Achiever series. So in today's Super Achiever series, I have Gayathri along with me. Gayathri is based out of Chennai. She's a software developer who has 8 years of experience and have recently moved into a business analyst role. So she joined our ECBA Masterclass and cleared her ECBA exam last month. So she'll share in this interview some tips, some techniques that will help aspiring ECBA, students who are preparing for the exam perform well in their exams. Okay. So welcome, Gayathri. Welcome to Super Achiever series.
Thank you, Sajna. Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, Gayathri. So first, tell us how has been your career journey so far?
So, initially, I joined as a software developer, and then I moved from companies, and then I have 6+ years of experience as a developer. And as you mentioned, recently I moved into the business analysis role, and it's been a very good experience throughout.
So tell us, Gayathri, when you transition from a software developer's role to a business analyst role, how easy or difficult did you find the transition? Were there certain bottlenecks, challenges?
Initially, it was a complete perspective change for me. Being a developer is different, and being a business analyst is completely different because we look at something, some problems from a different angle altogether, and it gives you a lot of insights when you become a business analyst. Though we have our skills developed when you are as a developer, but when you are a business analyst, those skills actually augment your entire knowledge base, and it helps you to grow in your business analyst. So being a software developer actually helped me to be a better business analyst. And yes, as far as the tasks of a business analyst considered, it was different for me, a little bit difficult in very initial stages, but I was soon able to understand. I had good guides, people who really helped me, and I was able to grow very fast. I could give a good, great quality deliverables in a very early stage itself. So thanks to the team for helping me in that area.
Okay, great. So tell me, how did you prepare for this ECB exam? ECB exam is something a little overwhelming for beginner BAs to prepare because the curriculum itself is very exhaustive. So how did you manage along with your project work, manage to complete and give the exam?
So for this entire ECP journey, I need to first start on why I wanted to do this exam. So since I was a software developer and I transitioned to this role, I thought I needed some sort of a certification to back me up. And that's when I was going through the YouTube and the entire internet, I got in touch base with you. And that's how I came. I thought, okay, fine, ECBA is a good certification and I need to do it. And one of my colleagues also encouraged me, and I was like, okay, fine, let me try it. And then I came across your class and I thought, fine, this is nice, let me try it. I was not confident in the beginning. I had a lot of doubts when I first connected with Sajana. I was like, do you think I can do it? I think it's very difficult. I don't know how I'm going to do, but she gave me the confidence to join the class. And the moment I joined the class, I understood this is going to be very nice, and I would love the class itself. Forget, let alone the exam. I'd love the class. So it gave me a lot of knowledge. It gave me a lot of skills, a lot of techniques to do what I was doing currently better. So that's how the entire journey began. And when I joined the class, I was very clear that I can attempt the exam. But I had a lot of breaks even after the class. And then I gave the exam. I had to reschedule a couple of times, but then I wrote the exam after that and I cleared. Yes, it requires a lot of dedication because this exam tests your theoretical concepts, and at the same time you need your analytical, logical thing, everything in place. So it comes. We have a lot of help from Sajana, but you need to be very dedicated to write this exam.
Hmm.
So
Okay. So hard work and dedication, two words are
yes,
picked
that's
up.
very important. Planning is even more important. You need to give
Yes.
the time it requires. If not,
Hmm.
you can memorize the concepts, but when you're writing the exam, you need a lot of thinking to happen. If you're not dedicated and if you're not put in the right amount of time, I don't think you can clear the exam.
That's correct. You need to plan your study, right from the beginning. When you start studying, you need to plan and allocate chunks of time to study, as well as then the rest of the time obviously will go in your job, right?
Yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes.
And I remember one technique that you used, Gayatri, that you just went ahead and scheduled the exam.
Yes, yes, because you start procrastinating. The reason why I did that was after the class I forgot. I thought I thought I can do it. I kept on postponing, and then one point I was like, if not, I'm not scheduling the exam. I'm not going to prepare. Then I went
Hmm.
scheduled it, but then I understood like I'm not prepared it completely. It's not up to the mark. So then I had to reschedule it. And once I rescheduled it, I was like, I should do it. I prepared well, so I cleared.
Hmm. So all of you who are listening to us, remember, this is one secret technique that Gayatri has. If you are procrastinating your exam, then go ahead and book that exam.
Yes.
Because as soon as your money is locked over there, your mind automatically starts working towards it. That's the
Not only
strategy.
you, your family will push you because they all know that you're paid so much. Because it is a considerable amount of money for the exam. And they
Yeah, correct.
also help you and they push you to
Hmm.
study and prepare. Yeah.
Right, right, right. So, Gayatri, tell me, any exam tips during the exam, any observations that you made, any specific tips you would like to give people, students who are preparing for the exam, any strategies, tips, please go ahead.
Okay, I have few tips and strategies. I personally, what I did was the moment I wanted to prepare for the exam, I went ahead and I printed a copy of the BABOK because yes, because I think in my age we are very used to reading from books
Hmm.
than from our electronic gadgets. So I thought I will need it, and actually it was
Hmm.
very helpful for making all mind maps and connecting the dots, connecting all the concepts. It
Hmm.
helped me a lot. And when I kept on seeing it, it was very easy for me to grasp the concept. So the first thing I did was print the book. Second was I put myself, in a very strict timetable. That was very helpful because you can easily track your progress. This knowledge area, I studied so much. I have to cover so much. And Sajana has a very good plan that only
Hmm.
I made it,
The study
customized.
plan. Hmm.
Yeah. So you need to have a study plan. And third thing, like myself, go ahead and book the exam. And the fourth thing is that during the exam, have a very good system.
Hmm.
The system should be 64-bit. Be very careful in those specifications, and you need to, you need to run your system and see whether it is compatible. Be very clear on that at least a
Hmm.
couple of days before, so that you can arrange alternative systems if at all you need it. Because
Hmm.
in my case, I logged in just a minute before the exam session,
Okay.
before the deadline. You
Hmm.
cannot have that kind of
Hmm.
pressure. It's very difficult. So that is another tip. And last, during the exam, don't don't think that every answer what you marked is going to be correct. So make it a point to review every answer. For example, we have around 50 questions.
Hmm.
Once when you go through the 50 questions, make it a point, if you have some time, to go back to the questions again and review all your answers. That's very, very important because
Hmm.
uh, on the first go, you might have missed some points.
Hmm.
And maybe as you proceed, you will, your mind becomes very sharp and you can actually uh, uh, point out all the mistakes you've made and you
Hmm.
can fix them later. And that way, actually, it will boost your scores and you will come out with flying.
Hmm. That's nice. That's nice strategy. So students, hear this out from Gayathri as a tip that please do not submit the paper at the first go. Please go back. Even if you're very confident of your answers, please go back and review those answers once. Okay. And have an efficient time management. You know,
Yes.
when you have 60 minutes for the paper, you should manage your time well so that you have time left for the review process. Okay, so that's good. So tell me, Gayathri, in terms of your work on the job, your the project, were there any improvements that you could make after you cleared the ECB, after you went through the entire, after you learned all the strategies in BABOK? Were you able to apply some of those strategies and bring about improvement in your in the business analysis work that you're delivering in your organization?
Yes, Sajana, definitely. Everything we learned in the class, everything which we practiced in the class, and whatever BABOK has to offer us, everything helped me very much in my current job. And I can feel the growth which I've achieved. And that is, when you first read it or when you first practice it, you may think that it's very easy, very, it might look very municipal, but actually it gives a lot of great quality deliverables, and you are appreciated for that. And that's something which is very, very useful for me. And class and BABOK both helped me a lot in my current job.
That's really great, Gayatri. That's great. So BABOK, although it might be overwhelming for beginners purely because of the vocabulary and the theory included in it, it's a very comprehensive guide. So it's written, it's a textbook, so that's the reason it's written in a particular way. But the book itself has a lot of powerful strategies, techniques, and tools, which if you apply to your actual business analysis work, you will see an altogether different level in which you are performing.
True.
So
And
yeah.
Sajana helps us to read the book. See, the book is very comprehensive, but for you to understand, you need someone to guide you, and
Yeah.
Sajana helps you there. She gives in all her experience as examples, and you can easily understand what's written there.
I remember many of my students had written my project examples.
Yes, true, very true. That helps you to understand better.
Yeah.
And it will take some time for early BAs to go to that level of use experience. We can actually scale up.
So storytelling has helped most of my ECB students. Storytelling has helped a lot.
True, true.
Any last piece of advice that you would like to give, Gayathri, to the students before we wrap up this Super Achiever series?
Okay. The first key is meet Sajana. You will pass the exam. And the second key is be very confident and be very diligent in your efforts. You will really crack the exam.
Okay. So thank you very much, Gayathri. Thank you for your time on this interview.